What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Mystery Tackle Box unboxing. Today we're going to be unboxing the May Trout version of the Mystery Tackle Box Pro. So please stay tuned to see what we got. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe down below. Leave a like and comment, and without further ado, let's get straight into this unboxing. Got the box open courtesy of this little credit card multi-tool thing my mom bought me. It's pretty cool. But let's check out to see what we got inside the box. Ooh, red and white bobbers. And spoons. Oh, and nips. Alright, where's the card at? We got a lot of stuff in this box, but I gotta find the card. Where are you at? Alright, here's the card. Weston Hypno Tees, Jenko, Cobra, Savage Gear, Castix, Smart Baits, Roadrunner, Eagle Claw, and Gapin. Sweet. Alright, so the first thing we got is the Weston Hypo Tees Shad Tail for $9.99. Those are right here. Wow, those are actually pretty cool. So, like, just tiny little swim baits. Obviously, as you can see, they're supposed to mimic smelt. We don't really have any rainbow smelt in the lakes around me, but, I mean, every little shiner looks the same. So, I mean, a trout will have no issue eating this. And just a reminder, this is technically the panfish and trout box. So, a lot of these are for panfish and trout. I just like to call it the trout box because, you know, trout. But, this will definitely work well. It's a 2.5-inch little swim bait, and the wild trout in the creeks next to me are going to absolutely smoke this. I'm going to totally do a slam with this, so stay tuned. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can drop shot it, jig it, whatever. It'll work the same. Next thing we got is the Jenko Fishing Kevin Rogers Warhead Jig for $6.99. So basically, we just have these. Oh, we have some like nice high quality jig heads, which I'm assuming they want us to pair with these. These are nice. I believe these are 1/16 ounce, so that's like the perfect jig head. So we'll pair these guys up and fish them in some deep pools at my local creek. And the wild trout are going to absolutely annihilate this. Definitely. And like I just like these jig heads. Those are actually really nice. The little green eye. None of the shiners in my creeks have green eyes, but it'll stand out to those big wild browns coming out of the undercuts, that's for sure. Next thing, guys, the Cobra Tackle Cobra Tiger Spoon for $4.50. So basically we just have another spoon of sorts. It's got stock hooks. We'll have to replace that, but just a nice fire tiger spoon that you can yo-yo or troll, just for trout or any other species that you desire. Spoons are a very good technique for like reservoir or pond trout. Just cast it out there, yo-yo it, or straight retrieve, and it will catch fish. The next thing, guys, is the Savage Gear 3D TPE Mayfly nymph for $4.29. So that's pretty cool. We basically have like a mayfly jig, except this is huge. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a mayfly quite this large. But I mean, regardless, I think that'll still work. It's a jig, so I mean, I believe it's a jig. 1/10 ounce sinking. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's a jig. I don't know why the hook is on the bottom. That's kind of weird. Like you'd think that a mayfly nymph, you're gonna want to hop it along the bottom, kind of like a crayfish, but I guess not. It's kind of weird. But I mean, it'll still catch fish. That's for sure. Next we got the Castix Slab Spoon for $3.99. So basically, we just have a Castmaster style spoon with the feathers on the back. Another great trout lure. 1/8 ounce, 1/8 inch length on it. These silver spoons are killer for once again pond and lake trout. Lake trout meaning trout that live in lakes. It could be lake trout, whatever. But you just cast it out there, yo-yo it. You can straight retrieve, but these give a much better yo-yo and flutter action. Looks like a little dying bait fish. During the alewife spawn around here, this will work really well, and it will crush fish. So pretty happy to see that in the box. Next thing we got is the Smart Baits Gifted Grub for $3.99. So once again, we got the famous color-changing smart baits. We just have like this grub curly tail with some appendages on it as well. Just a classic bait that's going to catch fish. You know, you've used this since you were 4 years old, probably, like similar style baits. So there's no question about it. This will catch fish when you're 20, 30, 40, and 90 years old. So looking forward to pairing this up with these jig heads as well. Pitching in some undercuts and catching some smallmouth, crappie, and some more wild trout. So that's cool. Next one, we got the Roadrunner Natural Science for $3.25. That's cool. So basically, we just have one of these like little classic Roadrunner jig heads. This one has a willow leaf spoon instead of the typical Colorado, though, and tube on the back. Still, though, that large blade is going to give some great presentation when hopping this along the bottom. Small presentation. Big wild trout are going to crush this. Panfish, crappie, bass, everything you name it will eat this. Next thing we got is the Eagle Claw Snap-On Floats. So these are just the basic bobber that you've also used since you were like 4 years old. You know, put these jigs and little things underneath it when you're fishing for crappie or bluegill or whatever, and it'll catch fish. I mean, these are what I've used for a long time. Even at 19, I still use these occasionally when live bait fishing. So, you know, in a panfish and trout box, this is something cool to see. And the last thing is the Gaping Hellgrammite for $1.95. So basically, we just have like another jig style bait, Hellgrammite, where it's got these large appendages. It's almost like it's trying to be like a bass jig, but a lot smaller for like crappie or bluegill. Like I know big bull bluegill will eat this, smallmouth will eat this, trout will eat this. That's a pretty interesting thing. I've never seen anything like it. You can see the appendages are coming out of it right here, but it'll catch fish. So that's pretty interesting. Female Hellgrammite. Male, is like there a difference? I have no idea, but that's cool. Alright guys, we got a pretty cool box. We got a lot of interesting baits that I can't wait to try out, especially the swim baits and some of the spoons and the jig heads. It's going to do really well in my wild trout streams, as well as when I'm fishing ponds for other types of panfish and sunfish. It will catch fish. So I'm really happy to see some of the things in this box. Hopefully you guys enjoy this unboxing. And without further ado, let's get this wrapped up. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you want to see more, please click that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. And make sure to check out Mr. Tackle Box and Carl's Bait and Tackle for more awesome products like this. Without further ado, I will see you guys on the next episode.